The number one fear for a lot of people when they're first starting their agency is the fear of taking cold calls. I'm going to give you 3 steps that you can take in order to overcome that fear. And the first one is you just need to get it in your head, and you just need to realize that rejection is part of the game. Rejection is part of anything in life if you think about it. So let's say in basketball, you're never going to shoot 100% from the field. If you're a shooter, if you're a 3-point shooter, you're never going to shoot 100% most of the time. Your season average, if you're a good shooter from 3, is going to be like 40% or above, which is like a crazy number. So you just need to realize that every single phone call you get is not going to result in you scheduling an appointment. A lot of them are going to be rejections, and you just need to get past that in order to stay confident. So it's pretty much the same in like the dating game as well. If you look at dates, if you go up, say you go to the bar and you see 10 girls. If you cold approach 10 girls, you might get 1 or 2 that actually want to sit there and talk to you. You might get 1 or 2 that turn into long-term conversations, or turn into you getting their number or you getting their social media, whatever. You're never going to get 10 out of 10. You're never going to get 8 out of 10. It doesn't work like that. It's pretty much, you have to treat it the same way. It's a numbers game. The more people you reach out to, the more people you reach out to is pretty much your chances go up in terms of closing. So it's the same with dating. Like I said, the more girls you reach out to, the higher percentage you have of closing. So you just need to get it through your head that it's part of the game. Not everybody's gonna hop on a call with you. So when you pick up the phone, you're gonna get a lot of rejections. You just need to get past that, because if everybody was getting 100% success rate, there literally be millionaires everywhere. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just how it is. So you need to embrace the rejections so that it can build yourself. You know how to get rejected. You know how it feels. And at some point, you're just going to become numb to it, and you're just going to pick up the phone and not care. That's when you're going to become successful with cold calling, is when you get to a point where you can just dial the number, pick up the phone, and if they're like if they hang up on you or they don't want to talk to you, they say something rude, literally you have tough skin at that point. So the second thing that you need to do is you need to realize that these people, they don't know who you are, and they're never going to see you again most of the time, most likely. So you just need to overcome that fear of having a one-on-one conversation, because 90% of the time you're never going to see these people again unless they do schedule a call. You're never going to hear their voice again. They're never going to hear your voice again. So what's the big deal? It's basically like you're talking to someone that doesn't even exist. So if you have that in your mind that this person, they're not even a real person, just go at it like that. Just say they're not even a real person, or you're never going to see them again. You're never going to meet this person in life. So that takes away the majority of your fear right there. So if I'm telling myself before I pick up the phone that, oh, this person doesn't exist, or this person lives across the country, I'm never going to meet them, you have no fear when you get on the call. You just need to be confident, and you know what you can provide to them. You know you're going to help them. It's not anything that you should be nervous about or scared of. Like, there's only a couple things they can tell you. They can only tell you yes or no. It's that simple. So it's literally, you just need to get it through your head that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some rejections to get it takes a lot of losses to get some wins. So you're never going to take 10 calls and get 8 of them that become clients. It just doesn't work like that. Even all of the best agencies, if you look at them, they literally scaled their agency by doing thousands of outreach. Think of all the people that didn't sign up with them. Think of all the clients they didn't sign. Think of all the people that rejected them. Nobody ever stopped like that. And that's what it's going to take for your agency to become successful. It's going to take a lot of rejection, but if you think about it, that's everything in life. You're never going to be successful at anything you do without taking some rejections and some failures. So you just need to realize that's part of it. And the third step that you need to know is what you need to do to get over your fear is to just take more calls. It's that simple. Take more calls is probably the main thing. You just need to, the more calls you take, the more comfortable you're going to get. So if you do have that fear, you're never going to overcome it if you don't take calls. If you have a fear of anything, you're never going to overcome it unless you do it. If you have a fear of roller coasters, you're never going to not fear it until you go on one and realize that it's not as bad as it seemed. If you're scared of flying, you're never going to not get over that fear if you don't do more flights. If you don't take more flights, you're never going to get over that fear. You can't just get over something in your mind. You have to actually experience it. You have to be in the field and you have to be doing it. So when it comes to calls, all you have to do is, that should be your main priority. If you're scared of cold calling, you should try to do even more. So let's say you're scared of calling. Let's say you do 20 calls a day to start out with, and it's just making you nervous. It's giving you anxiety. The next week you should do 40 calls per day until you get over that fear. And when you get over that fear, that's when you're going to finally realize that's what was holding you back from making the money that you want to make. So yeah, that's my advice. Is the third step I would say is the most important, which is take more calls. So one, you need to remember that it's just part of the game to get rejected. Two, realize that these people don't know you. They're never going to see you again. And three, you need to take more calls. Taking more calls is going to help you get over your fear. You're never going to get over your fear without taking calls. So yeah, that's my advice on how to overcome fear of cold calls. I can go into depth a little bit more, but those are the three main steps that you need to take in order to get over doing it. And nobody really likes doing cold calls. It's just part of the game. Like, you can use other methods to not do calls, but it's the easiest method to use. All you have to do is pick up the phone, dial their number, literally get on a call. They don't see you. You didn't have to type a fancy email. You didn't have to have a secret subject line to get them interested to open it. And then you didn't have to have some secret email body copy. You literally just had to get their attention. Hey, let me talk to this person. Is he available? Yes, he is. Hey, give me like 20 seconds. I'm just going to run this by you really quick. And you can literally get clients out. Just to think you can just pick up the phone, call somebody, and they can turn into a client is crazy. So you just need to get your numbers up, put in more output, and you're going to see a lot better results. So if you guys have any more questions, go ahead, follow me on Instagram. The link is down below. If you have anything you want to talk about, you can go ahead and DM me about it, and I won't have any problem answering your questions. Or if you need any advice, anything like that, I won't have a problem with replying to your DM. So I'll be back with another video soon, and peace.